my screen. I'm sitting here talking and talking and talking. Wasn't aware that you couldn't see my screen. All right, so now I think I'm live, and we're going to go ahead and do everything I just did, thinking that I have people on board. Anyway, I believe I'm live. So I believe I can live. Right. Again, we broke 300. We're sitting on a positive trade on the $7 Canadian dollar, and we're up $2.35 despite these two being negative so far. I do believe they're going to go in profit here. US CAD, I was just saying that we have three bottoms here. We have, and when we look at 1 hour, I would say that this is a selling climax because we have here, 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 and here, which would be typical before this one runs up higher. So I believe we'll have a run up here. So I'm most likely going to take a trade on this, another trade. I have one. It's only a 001, and this week I'm going to do 003 trades. That means bigger profits, also means bigger losses. Right now I am observing what's playing out here. What I had said is this body here versus this body is disproportional to each other. This is a bigger body, but it has less volume. This candle here has less of a body, but has a bigger volume, which is above average. And so I believe this is selling off, and I believe that shortly we'll have a setup where this will go north. So that's one I'm observing. Euro USD. On Friday's live chat, I talked about this one was dropping down, and we took a pretty good profit on Euro USD. $4.30. It was at 001, so that 40 pips. Pound dollar, we took over 100 pips. So what I said on Euro USD is when we were somewhere around here, and I said once it gets down here, price going to hesitate. And as you can see, that's exactly what it did. It came down to this line, started hesitating, came down to this line, over here, went up back here, and then just started hesitating. And this is now obviously an area of interest. And this is a support line that we previously drew when we set up this chart. So this is old support, new resistance, because the price broke through, and it's now under. So if you're under and you're going up, that's resistance. If you're above and going down, it's support. So, I just want to show that what we anticipated happening here did indeed happen, and now we're going sideways. And if we look, we're over in this range here, which is this range here, 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 here. So this is a known area for accumulation, and then we'll have distribution. So don't believe this will go much. Well, it's Euro USD, so the one thing where it's hesitating is at this level. We don't have a new, we have a low here. So we haven't created a new low. And that's, I believe, something that will happen this week. So for it to be a new low, we need a close below this candle. And if you're trading daily, you need a confirmation candle below this level. So this is today's candle, and all signs point to this coming down, and most likely coming down here, bouncing a little bit up to this level, and then continuing down. So it should look something like this. Copy this. Oops. So this is my projection. Copy this. And we'll have a bounce down here. So that's down here, bounce up, down here. This is on daily, so anyway, January 20th, 2020. That's our forecast for Euro USD. We can come back in a few days and see if we're right. Anyway, sideways right now. So not a whole hell of a lot happening. It's also a holiday, Martin Luther King today, and the U.S. market may be slow since it's a bank holiday. It's not a holiday in Europe, so London is trading. One thing to observe is the volume here versus this volume here. Right, low volume, low volume. The volume is starting to pick up here. So early signs of something. I just deleted something. Probably did it. Sorry. All right, so keeping an eye on this. If we're going to trade this, we have to have a new high. I would like a high above this. Actually, really this, but or a new low below this before we do anything. I think it's going to be slow today. So back to this one. This one keeps dropping. I'm going to tighten up the stop loss a bit. We got 8.5 pips locked in, 20 pips profit running, $3 up. I'm going to check the chat. Lucy. Lucy, I can't see your message. It says message is restricted, so probably a spam. If you have a valid question, I'll be happy to answer it. So anyway, I'm going to continue looking here. I'm looking for a trade setup. I'm long on US CAD. I believe that US CAD will continue going up. I was waiting for this candle to finish. It's a 15-minute candle. It finished, and I started this recording by saying, look at this body versus this body. Something ain't right, but this candle has a higher volume than this candle. So I believe it's a sell-off. It's also a bottom that has been visited 3 times. This candle has solid body, very little width. So it's a valid move because you have a lot of effort and you have a big body, big spread on this, right? So this is an indication of it going up. So what this candle is probably doing right now is coming down, testing this level here, and then continuing up. So I am bullish in this one. What I'm going to do is I'm going to hop over and take a look at my FX book. And so I'm going to switch off this screen for a second. Get this. I'm just going to set up the screen first. So, let's see, we'll switch off this screen and we'll put on this screen. So we can look at the news, My FX book. I've told you all about it. So we can look at news for this week and see what's happening. Again, I don't trade news, but you can. But the news would help you avoid getting your stop loss kicked, because if you're prepared for the news coming, you can move your stop loss out, or you can take your profit and wait for the news to kick in and then take a trade. So we have the ECB President Lagarde's speech in 3 hours. That's bound to impact Euro USD. We have Japan tonight. I'm just going to extend this a little bit. Oh, no, sorry. Anyway, apologize. Looks like a good week. Looks like we have plenty of volatility all the way to Friday. So it should be a good week. So that's what I wanted to show you guys there. Let's switch back to this. And back to screen. Here's this candle working. We have 7 minutes left. Go 5 minutes and see what we see. Big volume on this with a large wick here. So it's not a good setup yet. New Zealand dollar, yen. Where are we at here? It's a pretty busy screen right now because we've made a lot of indications throughout the past 2 weeks. I'll clean it up a little bit. It is interesting when you sit here and look at what you did in the past and you see how things are coming to fruition and plays out the way you anticipated it. We had painted this spot and said that the price would come down here, and it sure did. And then it took off north. So had you played that, you had 94 pips to ride that one. That was an hourly. This is the daily sweet spot that we believe will happen as well. But we have a trading channel, the outside of the trading channel, I believe. That's the equilibrium. This is the daily trading channel for the New Zealand dollar yen. We are at equilibrium, meaning this is where price likes to come back to constantly. So let's see, we have lower volume. The sell off here. So it's possible that this will go higher. Take a look for 15 minutes. This one here was one that I saw this morning. It was just a weird British candle. The volume is extreme on this candle. So this is the Sunday candle. You can see it's January 20th midnight, which means it's last night, the 19th, 7 hours before midnight. So it's right at 5 p.m. That's when the market opened up. Here just had a huge volume here on this candle. So if you look at the volume versus the candle, it just doesn't match up. And then as it goes up, the volume is dropping. So there's no strength in that up move yet, which means that smart money and the market movers are still trying to get more supply for the warehouse. Most likely it's going to go up. Extend this line and see if it holds. Equilibrium right here. This candle has 4 minutes left. It has a high volume. If it closes like this, that's a sell-off, meaning the next candle will be up. Since we're going to trade 0.3003, we want to try to time our entries a little bit better because we'll make more profit, but we'll also lose more when things don't work out. So we're going to wait and see how this candle plays out. So right now I'm not seeing a whole lot of setups for anything that's making me feel comfortable. This one, adjust this one. EuroCAD, this bottom hasn't been visited since that was beginning of January. Beginning of January. This is October, in October, and then we'll go all the way back here, September. So this is obviously an area of really strong support. Price tends to come down and then bounce back up. We have a consolidation here, but overall on daily, this is a consolidation, right? This area here, that's a consolidation in itself. And we sold into it. I do believe this is a selling climax, and I do believe we're looking for a move up on this. There's nothing that would send Canadian dollar down here, not even Harry and Meghan would cause this to go down here. This is 2016, 16, 15, and then 2015. I believe we're going to see another move up, similar to this move, and up to this level, which is a consolidation area. So we're talking a potential move of 600 pips on weekly. So we're just gonna price is gonna start hesitating around here. So if we look, so we see the volume picking up here as it's dropping, and then now the volume is starting to taper off. So it's losing strength. So we're just gonna wait on that one too, unfortunately. Strengthen it up move. So I guess the supply is starting to look at this section here, and the volume section is low, lower, lower, lower. So it's losing strength in the down move, but there's still supplies down here. So checking on the chat. Still Lucy. Let's see. Live stream, it's just me, myself, and I. That's alright. You guys can watch the recording. We are 20 minutes into it. It won't be much longer than 30 minutes. I'm trying to see if I find a trade. I'm not going to take a trade just because I'm doing a live show here. I'm not going to take a trade just for that reason. Checking the volume here. 1 hour. So we have no strength, no strength. So if someone would have observed this candles, you would have seen that there was a down move coming. And you could have taken this one, 31 pips. Fact is, we're at the support, and we probably get a kick and stop loss hunt down to here because there's the liquidity. So we're going to call her. Call this stop hunt. Expect price to come down to touch here. When it does, we want to know about it. So we're going to set an alert. You right click, go to trading, you set an alert, it'll alert you at that level. A little indication here. And once it touches that, then I'll probably go long for a few pips. 35 pips. We'll be back into this zone. New hesitation, break up here. So perhaps 60 pips. So as the price has gone down, the volume has gone down, meaning there's no strength in the down move. It's losing strength on the monthly. So we'll see what happens. So again, there really isn't. Here we are on this one. Looking for an entry on this one. Big body, barely any volume. Look at this candle. Huge volume, smaller body. Huge body, smaller volume. This has very little volume, so it kind of matches. So this is big body here would be a sell-off, but smart money and market movers are not there any longer. They're just driving price to the liquidity pool, which is below this one, which is where all the stop losses are sitting right here. Right? So anyone that was long here had stop losses here. They're now out. And we can have a long here. Just right for taking. I am still inside of this box. And that worries me a bit. I want to see what happens to this candle. And then I may take a trade on that one. So US CAD is one I most likely will take a trade on. I'm going to set this one up to 003. US yen, it's at the top. It's been sitting here congested. And it's almost at the top of the trading. It's on a resistance line that we drew. and also on the resistance line that we drew when we set this chart up. It's almost at the top of the trading channel. It's in the liquidity pool area, meaning it's taking liquidity because it's right above these tops, which like we drew a box here to show strong area of resistance. Came up, came up, came up, failed to break above, and then we had to break above. So since we broke over these, and now we call these pivots, there's enough momentum here to continue carrying this higher. So I believe that we'll continue higher, but we're going to fight this resistance area. If we get above that, it will look something like this. Break above, come back down, pick up new supply. So we'll take out this. Right here is the low, kicks down below that, takes out the stop losses, has new supply, and then just makes a run up. This run up was to the tune of 522 pips. So that's probably what we're going to see here as well. Same here. This is the opening candle. Huge volume. So someone is definitely bullish on the dollar. Just trying to disguise it. This is an extreme volume, and the candle just doesn't fit it. So extreme volume. Someone's trying to hide here. So I think we're going to have a bullish week for the dollar. That means, and I shouldn't be saying it, but it means bearish on gold. But don't think about trading gold if you don't have the capital. And the capital should be at $10,000 at least to trade gold. So leave that alone. Do yourself a favor. Don't blow your account. All right. I'm really not seeing anything. EuroCAD, a bounce here. Take it down to 5 minutes. Zoom in. Big candle, less of volume. This candle should have a massive volume, like a volume like this, but it doesn't. The fact that this candle has this big of a volume is showing smart money and market movers starting to take positions for a bullish move. And they'll hide behind stuff like this. And then they'll help drive the price down to create more supplies so they can fill the warehouse, and then they can go bullish and start selling their fancy product, which is EuroCAD. Bigger volume, this candle here, right? This, let's zoom in on this because it's important you see this. Take a look at this body, right? And the volume. And then take a look at this body and the volume. It's not working. So this is getting ready to set off north. Probably come up here and test this. New resistance, old support before it does anything else. Let's see where we're at. Daily, we were down here a couple of days ago on the 10th, on the 8th, on the 3rd, and in October, we broke through it. So if we put a 0.3 position here, here's our worst position. 50 pips, 55 pips is what we should put on this trade when we take it. So 55 pips at 30 cents a pip, right? That's $16. We have $301. And if you're going to try to stick around 5% risk, right, you take $301 times 0.05, $15. So by setting 55 pips, we would actually be a little bit higher than 5%. You know what? I'm okay with that. I am okay with that. We're just going to try to time this better. So now we have a new high that we want to be broken before we enter. So we'll pay attention to this one, and then we'll take this trade and we'll put 55 pips stop loss on EuroCAD. Now, let's say we are going to do that. I want to see the currency correlation. So let's say for a minute I'm going to turn off the screen. I'm going to turn this one on. And let's see. We have Euro USD. We're looking for Euro. I'm just trying to see how, oh, here we go. EuroCAD and Euro USD. So if I'm bullish, well, I'm short, here's Euro USD. So if I'm short on Euro USD, meaning I'm bullish on dollar and short on Euro, how will that play out? Because I believe that's what I'm going to do today or tomorrow. Well, EuroCAD, EuroCAD, as you can see here, trying to get it to my chart. All right, so Euro USD, EuroCAD on 1 hour are 0.39. So they're not moving in tandem. So when Euro USD goes short, EuroCAD goes bullish, which is good. That's what we want. And to the tune of 39% difference, right? So if Euro USD moves 1 pip down, then EuroCAD would move 39% of 1 pip up. One day it's 0.88, so it's almost a full -1, which is the highest. That they would be in lockstep. So if Euro USD goes down 1 pip, then EuroCAD goes up 1 pip. And now on a daily candle, they're 88% almost like that. So that's how you could hedge. For instance, if you have a losing bet on a currency, find the one that moves the opposite direction and bank on that, and you'll cover some of the losses. So that's what I wanted to see there. So we're back to this chart here. So that means that I can go long on EuroCAD and short on Euro USD, which is kind of my game plan for this week, and which is what we drew out here on the chart. We said the dollar on a daily candle. We said the Euro USD is going to come down here, bounce up, and go down further, right? So if we're short on that, then it's okay if we're long on EuroCAD. So we're still waiting for this move. I think this will be a candle that will be close in 3 seconds. So close. We don't have a new low. we're probably going to touch this, and we said that the stop loss hunt would be on this one a little bit further out, right? We think we're going to have a stop loss down to here, so stop loss hunt, meaning this can spike down here before it takes off north. So when it does that, I'm going to go long. So unless I see a sign here that tells me differently. Like I said, we don't have a new low here. All right, so we're still trading inside of this candle. Blow this up a little bit. We're still trading inside of this candle. So we don't have a new low, and here we have a bullish candle probably about to happen. And if you're scalping, this is now the new low here, which you would want to see being violated before you go short. But we're still inside of this candle as far as I'm concerned. So just waiting for the right entry. But I'll be going. I'm going to be bullish on this one. All right, so I'm going to kind of wrap it up. I'm going to check the chat. There's probably no one there. No. And I'm going to check if someone's actually watching this live stream. No, just me, myself, and I. So I'm going to do this for a second. I'm going to talk to you. Comment to you. So I'm going to end up this live chat. I'll do one more live chat, live trading session this week, and then it will be recordings most of this week. Otherwise, I might do an on-demand live chat, but I'm going to either focus on doing the recordings and record how I trade. Again, we're sitting here almost at 30 minutes and didn't really find a trade to take, but we are going to be bullish on EuroCAD sometime today and bearish on Euro USD. And that's it for today. So best of luck to you guys. And I'll be back tomorrow. So we'll see you then.